Development and sale of gene-edited food now is legal in England. The law has changed to allow gene-editing food to be developed and sold in England, receiving royal assent from King Charles. The Genetic Technology Precision Breeding Act, passed into law March 23rd, enabled the development and marketing of gene-edited crops. Gene editing, genome editing, or genome engineering is a type of genetic engineering in which the DNA is inserted, deleted, modified, or replaced in the genome of a living organism. Wish you were there tweets. Black Friday in the UK, a Tory minister has signed away part of our union to a foreign entity, and the regime have passed an act enabling our food supply to be genetically modified, including adding mRNA to livestock and plants. According to BBC, supporters of the technology say it will speed up the development of hardier crops that will be needed because of climate change. Critics say the change could bring disaster to our food production and the environment. Gene editing involves making precise changes into the organism's DNA to enhance certain characteristics. The new law also opens the door to the development of gene editing farm animals, but a further vote by MPs will be required before it's allowed, again only in England. The Scottish, Welsh, and Northern Irish governments have not permitted the commercial use of gene editing. The UK's largest animal charity, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, has warned that pets could now be subjected to gene editing under the new law. Can you imagine? According to The Guardian, the RSPCA has said that the Genetic Technology Precision Breeding Act applies to all vertebrate animals, not only farmed animals, and that it could lead to cats and dogs being gene edited to include extreme features. What is going on? The law allows the creation and marketing of precision bred or genome edited plants and vertebrate animals in England. The government said it would allow farmers to grow crops that are drought and disease resistant, reduce the use of fertilizers and pesticides, and help breed animals that are protected from catching harmful diseases. The UK Environment Secretary, Therese Coffey, described the act, which received royal assent on Thursday, as a Brexit freedom, but the RSPCA said it would have dire consequences for animal welfare. David Bowles, the head of campaigns and public affairs at RSPCA, criticized what he describes as an ill-judged policy. He said the charity had tried to get the government to include an exception for pets, but that was sadly ignored. He said gene editing could be a huge step backwards for animals. We do not believe this act should include animals, whether they are farm animals, pets, or even wildlife. Invasive procedures are needed to create each line of gene editing at mammals. There's no history of use for this powerful technology, and it can cause unintended changes to the genome with unpredictable effects. The RSPCA has serious animal welfare and ethical concerns about this. Genome editing is a group of techniques that enables changes to the organism's DNA, and the animal charity warned that editing an animal's genome involves procedures that could cause pain, suffering, distress, and lasting harm. Gene editing was previously subjected to strict rules and regulations that controlled genetically modified organisms, GMOs, but under this new law, gene-edited animals and food will not be classed in England as GMOs and will not need to be labeled as such. That's, in my opinion, not right. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is by Neema Harris on News Punch. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.